Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. This is Channeled Messages. I have 3 people I would like to channel: Soujourner Truth, George Washington, and Malcolm X. I channeled Malcolm X and Soujourner Truth twice before, I believe. Maybe Soujouner once. This is my first time channeling George Washington. A lot of you have requested that I channel him. Well, I was hesitant for my own reasons. I have my own reservations about George Washington, but that's neither here nor there. That's fine. I see the value in talking to him and channeling him. Okay. We'll see what his energy feels like. I'm curious about that, most definitely. Most definitely. Let's see. A lot has been going on. We got some really bad news regarding Joe Biden, so I'll talk a little bit more about that in the other video, but I just want to say I will pray for him. I will pray for him and his family, those he is close to, and I hope you do the same. Cancer is terrible. But I'll talk a little bit more about that. There's a lot happening. I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm doing okay. Pushing on through, noticing some changes, noticing some shifts in my own energy. But I'm trying to go with the flow with it and be here with you guys, okay? So everything I say here is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say here is for informational purposes only. Everything I say here is alleged, even in the comments. If you noticed, I'm at a new table also. This is my desk. And this is what I use for this is the desk I sit at to do my work, my career. But I wanted to just do a little switch up. This is where I originally used to do my videos. But the setup is, anyway, that you don't need to know that. But I'm here and let's get into it. Let's just jump right in, okay? Okay, so the first person I want to channel and connect to is Soujourner Truth. She's a pioneer. Okay, she is a pioneer of civil rights and women's rights. She advocated strongly for both. She advocated strongly for freedom. She was religious. She was a great speaker. She felt that part of her purpose was to spread the truth. Not part of her whole purpose was to spread the truth. She was born into enslavement and she escaped with her daughter, along with I believe I could be wrong, the man she had her children with. She had 5 children. She sued the slave owners for illegally enslaving herself and her sons, and she actually won. I remember when I channeled her, I sensed that she has her own gifts and her own sights. She can see also, and she really believes in the law. She used the law to her advantage, and I remember when I channeled her last time, that's what she talked about a lot. Okay, so I want to channel and connect with her again and see if I can, and ask her, a few questions as we go along with this, okay? So I'm going to connect to Sojourner Truth. Her birth name is Isabella Baumfree, for those of you who don't know. She said hello. She's saying to me, you have more questions for me. I do have more questions. And my first question is if you have any messages for us. Things we should know or you would like us to know. She's saying the messages I have for you all is to stay strong. These are dark times. She's saying the only way out is to keep your heads up. She's saying do not look down. She's saying do not look down. You have to keep your head straight. She's saying you have to focus on what is right in front of you. You have to focus on the truth. She's saying that is the only way out. She's saying you have to believe y'all can get through this. She's emphasizing how much we need to focus on what is the truth. And what is the truth? She's saying she said the truth is you can't beat that man the way you think you can. She's saying you can't beat that man the way you think you can. She's saying God will handle him, or God is handling this. You have to let it play out the way it plays out. You have to let it play out the way it plays out, she's saying. Her energy is sitting, I don't know if it's because I'm sitting in this spot. I do some of my channeling when I do my personal readings at this desk too, and I've noticed the difference. It feels stronger, if that's at all possible. What can we learn from this? What can we learn from this? She feels very emotional. She's saying you can learn to have faith. She's saying marching forward without faith makes you blind. She's saying you, like very, I'm getting tearful. It's very strange that I'm getting tearful. She's saying you have to carry the truth. Wait, what did she say? She's saying you have to carry the truth with faith, or else you are blind. It's almost like she's preaching. And I don't mean preaching, and when I say preaching, she's literally like doing a sermon. That's wild. She's saying a lot. I'm trying to keep up. She's saying this is a singular moment and an important moment. She said you have to carry the truth to the end. I keep hearing her say the word push. Like push back, oppose. She's saying, she's acknowledging. She's like, this is, this. She's saying these are dark times. This is a dark time. Are we as a people responding well to this moment? She's saying, I'm tearing up again. I don't feel emotional. I feel her. And it's very intense, and it's making me tear up. It's making me tearful. Okay. She said, I have seen my people go through the worst trials and tribulations, pain and torture, degradation, mutilation. These are the things and it's making me, oh geez. She's saying, and it happened all in this country. She said, I fought for my freedom, and now it's your turn to fight for yours. She's saying no man is bigger than God. She's saying no matter how frightening they seem, no man is bigger. She's saying civilizations have come from the depth of crisis and been reborn again. She's saying there's too much goodness in the world. She's saying there's too much goodness in the world for it to be captured and denied. I'm feeling it's very strange that she's saying things will be all right. She's saying this is hard. This is frightening to feel as though they feel out of control. She's saying, but this is what strengthens you. This is what enlightens you. She's saying you have to turn the pain into something you can use. She said the power is in the pain. Woo! Okay. The power is in the pain. What will happen to us? She's saying you will continue to live. She's saying there is an other side to this that will be a relief. You won't see it coming. Just when things seem at its darkest, the light will show the way. She's saying, you not only will you will see it. She's saying you will see it, you will feel it. She said you will have to be strong to get through this. She's saying strength is always required. And there is power in prayer. No matter what you believe in. Wow, okay. No matter what you believe in. She keeps saying you will know. She keeps saying you will know. How will the world change? She said, she sort of is saying like, oh, well, it's not up to me to determine or even maybe speak on. And she's saying God knows how the world will change. And she's saying it is in the way you treat each other. It is in a way, she's saying it is in a way you love each other. She said you have to carry one another. There's so much selfishness in the world. She's saying everyone feels so. She's acknowledging. She's just like, everyone feels so beat down. And she's like, but you have to stand up. Are there any final messages you have before I disconnect? She said, just know God will light the way, but you have to lead the way. Okay. Thank you. All right, so I need water. That was Soujourner Truth. And that was I don't know why I felt so. It feels like I was intensely emotional, but I have to process. I was emotional because she has been through a lot in her lifetime. She's fought against a lot of pain. She's fought for her dignity. She fought for her freedom. She advocated for those who were fighting for the same. And so she knows pain. She knows suffering. She knows the importance of dignity, the importance of care, nurturance, just caring. Just caring and what's important. And what a lot of us, me sitting here, I'll say, can't compare. At least for me, my struggles are, in experiencing this, being in a helping profession and looking at all of this and even my own experiences is, I don't want to say it's not nothing, but in comparison to her, it helps you put things in perspective. That does help, that there were people who had far worse, and me sitting here in front of a camera with a laptop and all these things that, have the freedom, and it have the privilege. And so we are in a crisis and we are going through something in this country. There are people who are truly afraid, and there are people who have lost their jobs and who are afraid of getting who have gotten their dignity taken away, who are traumatized, and while the situation is vastly different from what she experienced, I felt in her energy a vast understanding, a need to I'm getting emotional again, a need to comfort and to strengthen, empower. She didn't say she didn't say no one said that, actually. Anyone I ever channeled wouldn't do that. I don't feel that in their energy where they're like, well, you guys are anyway. What I'm trying to say is she understood. And while the face is the same, the energy of these people are the same. The idea that they carried, the same people she faced in court, the same, the same country she lived in as us, as me. She understands. And so I felt that in the connection she was making. A mother, grandmotherly mentor, passing her power, and her words. Whatever you believe in, I do believe in God, I don't go to church. I'm not in I guess if you put a label, I guess you could say I'm a Christian, but not, I don't label myself as that. I'm a believer. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but it was very it was comforting. Okay. So that was Sojourner Truth. And she's right. we have to have faith. You have to keep moving forward. Things are bleak. She also was saying, things get this. You'll notice when it's at its darkest, is what she said to me. She emphasized that things will look very dark before it gets better, and that's what Kamala said too, which is interesting. She said, "You'll know. You'll know." There's a need to know. I've noticed with. There's a need to know the answer. And the answer is, you have the answer, is to live. Okay. All right. Let's move on to Malcolm X. Whew. Malcolm X. You know who Malcolm X was, right? Does he need an introduction? What I find most fascinating about Malcolm X is how he evolved over time. And he began to understand that we all have to do this together, in a sense, while still holding space for his people. I like that. I have channeled him before, and he too is ascended. Let's see what he has to say today. He said, he greets me always, "Hello, my sister." He said, "These are hard times for us, isn't it?" He said, "I can see you and I hear you." I can see you and I hear you. What can we learn from this moment is my question. He said, "There is power in people." I keep hearing him say march. He's saying march forward. He said, "March down to that Capitol and make your voices heard." He's saying this is a time where they have to know who you are and what you stand for. He's saying silence is no longer the standard. You have to be loud, louder than them. He said there's always a cost, but the true cost is your freedom. He's saying a lot. He said, there have always been men like this and they have been defeated. And now he's saying they have always been defeated, but they always grow back like a snake on Medusa's head. Now he's talking about the courts, and he's saying, you have to let the courts know. This is interesting. He's saying you have to let the courts know that the people will not stand for this. Put everyone on notice, he's saying. He's saying there's no need to be afraid. Fear holds you back. You have to march forward. Wow. It's very powerful. Wow. What can we do better? He says stop giving them chances. You have to be resolute. You have to demand action. He's saying they can't ask you for anything until they do something for you. He said they always want something without giving an inch. I need some water. He said you have to show them for the spooks that they are. And now he's saying they will try to confuse you. They will try to undermine your authority. He said you cannot let them. He's saying you have to hold he's showing me, he's saying you have to hold everyone responsible. And he's showing me, now I could hear him talking about the media and referencing what they've been doing. He's just really fired up. How do we do that? He's saying this will take everyone. He's saying there will always be danger, is what he's saying. He's saying he's saying like he keeps saying you have the power. They know that. What will become of us, you think? He's saying you have the power to survive. You have the power to thrive. He said you have the power to turn the page. Turn the page into... He said you have the power to turn the page into the next path. He's saying something like, you will see it. You will see. And he's saying you will see the opening. The opening, I said, of what in my head? Of change, he's saying. It's like I see what he's saying. He's saying it has always been up to the people. And he's saying he is referencing, he's just like acknowledging the barriers or the obstacles. And at the same time also saying this is the words, I'm stuttering. Also saying that they're weak. He's saying it, they're weak. You know? But we'll be okay. He's saying you'll always be okay. And he's saying you're not alone. And he's saying there's so much. He's saying there's so much you have to discover. And there's power in discovery. He said, keep moving forward. Don't lie down. Don't let them walk over you. Is there anything else we should know before we disconnect? He said, know that you are loved. He said, there are many paths ahead. He said, you have to realize it is really up to you to take the true path. It will never be easy. He said it will never be easy, but it is righteous. Okay, let me disconnect. Everyone's so deep. Perhaps because I'm being deep in my questions. Okay, let me just sit for a moment. That was Malcolm X, guys. It was like the other two times I channeled with him, he said similar things. This was much more intense than before, than the other times. I don't know what to say. I think he said it all. I could move on. It felt much different from Soujouner, where she was empowering and he was saying he was doing the same. But he was more, it just like, this is it. Hey, we are here and y'all have to do something. Not to say, not to say things aren't being done, but he's saying you have to recognize there's power within everyone. Meaning that we sort of hold the keys. Even if it appears that we don't, they will confuse you and tell you that you don't. And yes, they make rules and laws, but how'd they get here? Outside of cheating, obviously, but there's something in his message where I felt he was saying, don't lose the assignment. Don't give them anything. Hold them responsible. Speak the truth. Demand. Don't ask. Don't cry about it. Demand. Demand. Everyone. Hold everyone accountable. Every single person that is complicit or, you've noticed doing something that makes you give them the side eye, And again, with them, it's this pattern. These people who have passed, who have had their own experiences, who was saying, hey, this isn't new. It's bad. All right, let's do George Washington. Let's see if I can connect to him. This tablecloth about to go. It's getting on my nerves. George Washington. Do I need to talk about George Washington? First president of the United States. Commander, or is it general? I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. The Battle of Trenton is the thing that sticks out to me the most about George Washington. Another thing that sticks out to me, I used to watch a lot of documentaries on George Washington when I was younger. And man, he was tired of being president. He was tired. That's one of the things that sticks out to me is how much he just was like, all right, well, I'm ready to move on, and how people didn't want him to. He did own slaves. He inherited slaves at the age of 11. I can say that his viewpoints evolved, but I do have some criticisms. He could have freed them while he was alive. But what can you do? It's the past. You know, it happened. Anyway, let's see if I can connect. He's a big energy. It's very big. Very strong. And he said hello. Weirdly enough, he said, it's you. It's me. He feels very calm and almost as if he knows. It feels like he knows who I am. And interesting. They know who I am. I'm assuming, but it seems like he really knows who I am, which is interesting. But what I'm noticing is that he's very calm and waiting. He knows what I'm going to ask him. I could sense that. He said, it's you. Let me put my glasses on. I can't see for some reason all of a sudden. Is this what you envisioned for the United States? He's saying, no, I envision much more. And he's also saying, I saw the division. He said, I saw the division this country would go through. It was always inevitable. And he's referencing the multiple times. He's referencing the Civil War. He's referencing multiple moments or events up until now. For some reason, he feels regretful. He feels melancholy. Like, it's like he's saying, we settled here. It's like, it feels as though he is saying, we settled here. Almost like this is the consequence of us settling here. Meaning, colonists. That's what it feels like in his energy. It feels... Okay. Why are you feeling this way? He's saying, I worried about what would happen. Should we build this country? And he's saying it was a quiet fear. He's saying it was a quiet fear. And he's showing me, I could see him. It's like he's showing me him going through daily tasks in the past, daily routines, and thinking about this. It's on his mind, but he didn't speak it out loud. Or he did, but maybe it wasn't taken seriously, or I don't know. It's like it was this thing he saw, or this feeling he had, it carried him through. It was on his mind often, heavy. And he's showing me that time, and it was like his feelings of why did I see this, or why do I feel this sense of dissatisfaction almost? And now, as someone on the other side, he is saying the feeling of regret he has, not for creating this country, or not for standing up, fighting for freedom, but, he's saying perhaps coming here and doing it this way, this is the consequence of that. And he may be right. Maybe. I don't... He's saying more things. He's saying that he keeps saying there's a great divide that's widening each day in this country. He's not happy. He feels down. What messages do you have for us? What is it we should know? He said, the men who are supposed to be in charge are not true men, nor are they leaders. He said they are treasonous boors. Treasonous boors. He said they should not be taken seriously, and that their road only leads to one way. Which way is that? He's shown me a gravesite. Why do I keep hearing... He's showing me a gravesite. He's showing me a gravesite, but I can't... Why are you showing me that? He said, I want you to understand this is not the death of democracy, but the death of their ideas. He's mentioning Donald Trump, and he's saying Donald Trump is a man who has done far worse than we can imagine. He's saying he will be ousted for his treasonous behavior. He's saying it will be then when the country can move forward. But only with the realizations of how dangerous our creations have become. Which creations is that? He's mentioning a power vacuum too. He's saying a creation of a power vacuum of greed and corruption. He said, I saw this happening and it frightened me. He said, I can only express my regrets now and pray and know that the right thing will be done. How will Donald Trump's end come? He's showing me a bed, and he's showing me two different images. There's an empty bed. And he's showing me my head hurts. He's showing me flashes of Kamala. And showing me her. It's not a clear image, but I could see it in my mind's eye. Does that make sense? She's holding an axe. Why are you showing me that? He's saying, like he said, it will be her who will cut him down. Is that something you saw or you see? And he said, it is. Why her? Why would it be her? He said it will be the change that is needed. He said, I have seen this as well. I was not sure of what it was, but I know now. He's saying like he's saying what he's saying to me is like he's referencing something when he decided he didn't want to be, when he decided to move on from the presidency. It's like he, in the energy, I could see what he's saying to me. It's like things always have to, they don't stay the same. And he said it, and knowing that, that's what needed to change. Like him moving on, deciding I'm not going to do another term, or I think he left halfway. I don't. He was president for a while, and he was tired. And what I could understand is he's saying change has to happen continuously with this country. And he's saying it's just another part of its cycle, almost, the change. And he has his own, I could feel it. He's like, he has his own gifts. I could feel it because there's something in his energy that feels the same in my energy. It feels like he's standing behind me. I could feel his energy on my shoulders. What time is it? Okay. And he said, I saw this. I saw her. And she is like the next change. And he's also saying, he keeps mentioning cycle. And he's also, yeah, what he said, like he saw her, like he saw this, but he didn't understand it at the time. And now he understands. He's saying, he is saying she would have to be the one to shift the country out of the darkness. And he's saying it will not be easy, but it will be a catalyst. It will be difficult. He's saying she is strong enough and wise enough to carry the country on her shoulders. And he's saying, be it alone or with help, with support. What can we do? He's just saying you have to share the truth. He's just saying you have to share the truth. What will become of us? He's saying this country will stay divided until it is a great enemy revealed. He's saying it won't be a physical threat. He's saying but a spiritual and moral threat. He's saying you have to, he was saying a lot of things I was trying to catch. He's saying you have to release expectations. He and realize the power of the voice. I feel he's referencing the military. What do you think of the military now? What about He's not really saying anything. He's not saying anything. He's quiet. He said, I'm not sure what that is. That's what he said. He said, I'm not sure what that is. I could feel him referencing and looking. Is there anything else we need to know? He's saying he's saying, do not worry. Don't worry. He's saying I heard him say parameters put in place. And then I heard him say there are protections put in place. He said it may not seem that way. But he's saying it may not seem that way, but it is that way. He's saying these men hold no power. And he keeps, again, he's referencing colonialism. He's referencing colonists again. And that's sort of that, it's very interesting, this viewpoint he has regarding the consequence of that. And what I'm understanding, what he's saying is, the more men like this continue on this way, and also sort of acknowledging he played a role in it, in a sense, there will be consequences. There will be failures. There will be this pushback, because he's saying on the universal level, it doesn't, almost like he's saying it's cursed. That is the consequences. Okay, I'm going to disconnect now. That was George Washington. That was very intense. I have a headache. George Washington surprised me because first of all, he's high up. I felt that. He does have gifts. His energy feels like other. He there was some regret in his energy, a lot actually, some melancholy in his energy, which is interesting. I can respect that. He knows what will happen. He knows this can't last. And it's good to hear. It's nice to hear, because we are in it, experiencing it. And so we're in it, and it's hard to look at all of this and to hear these things, but it's really a distraction from the facts of things like this happen. They just happen. This sort of nightmare. And we have to, it's a test of our strength and our vulnerability. And we have to be open to, despite how hard it is, we have to be open to opposing it. We can't fall in line. We have to take care of ourselves. All those things we have to do, because these people are crazy. And they it makes a lot of sense to kind of look at it as there's this, I said it before, I was like, everything that, I guess it was a prediction, because that's what my guides told me, everything will have a reverse effect, and that, that's what I see happening. So that was it. That was the channeled messages. I hope you guys got something out of it. Please like this video. Please subscribe. Comment. Let me know what you think. And I will see you in moving forward. Okay? Like the video. Bye.